Today, I'd like to share my research on the importance of oncology patient navigation and why I believe these programs are an important investment for healthcare organizations. As I researched this topic, I found that patient navigation is about much more than helping patients schedule appointments. It plays a significant role in helping patients overcome barriers that can interfere with cancer treatment. To understand why patient navigation is important, we first need to understand the challenges patients face after receiving a cancer diagnosis. Receiving a cancer diagnosis can be overwhelming. Patients are suddenly faced with multiple appointments, diagnostic testing, treatment decisions, insurance questions, financial concerns, and emotional stress. Many also experience barriers such as transportation issues, financial hardship, language differences, or limited health literacy. If these barriers are not addressed early, they can interfere with timely care. This is where oncology patient navigators become an important part of the healthcare team. These challenges led me to the central claim of my research. My claim is that healthcare organizations should invest in oncology patient navigation programs because navigators remove barriers to care. They coordinate complex services and provide individualized support that helps patients receive timely, patient centered cancer care. Now, let's take a closer look at how patient navigators make that impact. Navigators identify barriers before they delay care, coordinate communication between providers, schedule referrals and follow up, provide education, emotional support, and a consistent point of contact throughout treatment. These responsibilities sound valuable, but I wanted to know whether the research showed both measurable results and consistent care coordination. One of the strongest studies I found was published in 2026 by Vera Webb and colleagues in supportive care in cancer. Before I share the results, I'd like you to picture these not as statistics, but as people. They could represent someone's mother, father, spouse, son, daughter, or close friend, individuals beginning one of the most difficult journeys of their lives. Now, imagine 207 of those individuals, each facing obstacles that could delay or complicate their cancer care. Together, researchers identified 732 barriers affecting those patients. After patient navigation interventions, nearly 75% of those barriers were addressed. More specifically, 77.7% of healthcare access barriers, 75.9% of psychosocial barriers, and 69.3% of financial barriers were addressed. Although the study measured barrier resolution rather than exact days of treatment, it clearly demonstrates that patient navigators remove obstacles that can interfere with timely cancer. A second study by Gunn and colleagues examined the work performed in breast cancer patient navigation programs. The researchers described navigators as central coordinators who facilitate referrals, educate patient communication with providers, and monitor progress throughout care. These activities help reduce communication gaps and support timely appointments and follow-up. Together, these studies show that navigators remove barriers while coordinating the complex services patients need throughout cancer care. Even with evidence from multiple studies, some organizations still question whether navigation programs are worth the investment. One common concern is the cost of hiring dedicated patient navigators. Before completing this research, I already understood that patient navigators played an important role because I work with them on a daily basis. I see the challenges they help patients overcome and the positive impact they have throughout the cancer journey. This research gave me a new appreciation for how that impact can be measured through barrier identification, care coordination, and improved access to resources. At the same time, working alongside oncology navigators has shown me that some of their most meaningful work happens behind the scenes, whether it's finding transportation, connecting patients with financial assistance, answering difficult questions, or simply being a consistent source of support. Those moments aren't always reflected in a statistic. My research and my experience led me to the same conclusion. Investing in oncology patient navigation means investing in both measurable outcomes and compassionate, patient-centered care. Behind every statistic is a person, and behind every successful outcome is a team working to make sure that patient never has to navigate the cancer journey alone. Patient navigation is more than guidance. It helps measure preventable barriers. Do not determine how quickly a patient receives care. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I will now be taking questions.